Welcome to Secura Law Experience. I'm Luis Elizalde, founder of Secura Law. I'm here with
Stephanie de la Millar.
And Eduardo Borgard.
Carine Gebelin.
Oh, yeah. Today we have a very good friend with us. She's also a person that works in the real estate business. So we're going to give her a few minutes to introduce herself, the name of your company, what do you do, and from there we can start talking.
Okay, so I'm the director of Playa Home. I started in 2008 in Century 21, and I've been learning real estate with them. When we had the crisis in 2009, I had to start with my company because Century 21 was closed, and my clients were coming and say, okay, I need a house. And so I start like this, and I start with a web page after...
So the life pushed you to get your own business.
Yes, in real estate. And my
Okay.
ex-husband was working on it in France, so it was like kind of good like to be together and start like this. And actually, so I have 16 years experience. We have been master broker, selling houses, selling new projects, selling also some project like for people who want to build a house or to do some development, because with the experience that we have, it's easy for us to drive the people, to guide the people who want to invest and to have some new idea in the market, because there is so many things. Like in Tulum, actually, we have more than 300 projects, brand new
Yes.
development, and in Playa more than 120. So it's a lot. So having a good idea in the good price, it's something really important. So we guide our clients like this, of course, to do some resales. So we have a lot of resales in Playa Car, in Tulum. We are more dedicated in the luxury branch. And yeah.
What do you prefer, pre-sales or resales?
It's a good question.
I
As
think,
a broker?
yeah, of course it's easier for us to do a pre-sale, but to be honest, there is a risk.
Good.
And me, I'm kind of scared because we know that, for example, in the 400 brand new development, sometimes are not going to be finished, and that's part of the life, of course.
In
there
any
is a
part of
risk.
the world.
Yeah, in any part of the world, of course. Yeah. So, like pre-sale, I really like, of course, every time working with you, and I'm very happy because during the years I experience, sorry to say this, but like many experience with many lawyers, but I really, really love to work with you.
Oh,
Because,
thank you.
Yeah, no, you did such a good job. So that's why, yeah, it's really important to have a lawyer that can help you, even if you cannot see in the future, like if it's going to work or not, to get all the chance with the due diligence to make sure, or like almost sure, that it's going to be finished.
Exactly.
So yeah, step by step, yeah.
Yeah, but of course, an attorney is needed. But we were talking before this, before the podcast about this. But also a broker, a real estate agent that has the experience, as soon as he or she or you
Thank you.
see a new developer that he said, I'm gonna build a beautiful building, and you're in that moment with experience, no, this guy is new. He doesn't understand how to build here in Quintana Roo. That kind of thing that you feel, no, it's better that I go another way. I feel that that's the important thing of a real estate agent, more with the experience that you have. that you can see that. Of course, after you see that is a good project, then you can go with the attorneys.
Yeah.
But the first filter that is a real estate agent, I think, is one of the most important.
Yes,
You know?
yes. And what is also important to take in consideration, of course, the design, of course, the price, of course, the market. But there is something important, it's the fluctuation. We say this in English?
Yeah.
So we know that every 4 years, United States is going to change the president. We know that here in Mexico, we change the president, we change the governor, and every time that there is a change, we have also the approach that the economy is going to slow down.
Yes.
Huh?
Exactly.
And the other thing is, most of the time, when they start to promote, so we have the friends and family, which is something super for the price, because when I'm talking to the investors, I love to share that with investors. It's friends and family, you're going maybe to earn a return on investment around, I don't know, like sometimes it can be 20%. So it's something really, really nice. And after, when you are start the pre-sale, until it's finished to be built, you're going to have another return on investment. So when you add this, it's something which is like amazing for the investors. In one hand, yes, but in the other hand, if the developer is starting with a very good price, he has to see that at the end it can be sold, and all the percentage that it's going to be sold, percentage of apartment of the new development, has to take in consideration all the fluctuation of the dollar and pesos, like the history. If they don't take in consideration that it's going to have some moments that the seller are going to slow down, and they will have to pay the workers, and they will have to pay like maybe a mortgage. So it's something really important to take into consideration. Or the train also is taking a lot of people who are working on it. So as we can see, actually, almost of the project in Tulum are
A slowdown. Yeah,
you see, they
because
don't have
of the
so much
worker.
worker. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
They
the
have the
sales.
money, maybe.
They are
Sorry.
late.
Yeah.
Yes, they are late, and it's
Yeah.
part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And in your experience as a real estate agent, can you tell us a funny story, maybe, that, or a scary story that you want to tell?
Your first closing, maybe.
Your first closing. Yeah, that could be good.
They say you never forget your first one.
So
I forgot.
first, let me check. Yeah, no, I've been passing by so many things there. Yeah, many things. Like funny, no,
Yeah.
happy. Yes,
Yeah.
I have many, but yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
I see most of your clients are happy always.
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
end.
we try to, how do we say, to take their hand and to go until having the electricity bill at their name. Like, we are not going to sell and say, hello, bye-bye. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Do you want to rent it? Do you want to rent it for vacation rental? And we try to offer a complete package. Like, in order to have like a turnkey, we have some people who can do also the design of the house, who can do also like some renders, to decorate. We have some very good people who can do it. So yeah, to have a turnkey experience.
Yeah, complete.
And a
Yeah.
friend, you are also a friend that helped them in the
Yeah.
process and the way of purchasing a unit with whatever they want to do with it, no?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I like, and also the personal touch that you put in the. I think that women are very detailed attention. So
Yeah.
yes, I think you have that experience to be friend of your clients, and also that they kind of and understand why are they coming, not only to make business,
Mm-hmm.
but also to change their
life. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, and I think to be close to our client, it's something really important. Of course, we cannot be close with all the client, because some clients they don't want to be close.
Yeah.
But most of the time we are going like step by step in order to have the approach to make them the most confident in the sale process, because most of the time it's a lot of year for them to. It's how do we say patrimoine? Patrimony, money, and it has to be like a good experience,
Exactly.
not a scary experience.
No, but like for example, here in the office, we think that when the client is like too nervous,
Uh-huh.
everything is kind of weird during the closing process, you know, because. Are you sure we are gonna have all the documents? Yeah, we are sure that we are gonna have the. But you sure every 30 minutes, for example, and for any crazy reason in the municipality, we don't get the cédula catastral right away. You know,
Yeah.
it could take 3 more days than the normal. But we feel like when the client is so nervous, we explain
They jinx it. That's
kind of.
That's
Yeah, exactly. Kind
They
of.
jinx it.
When it's easygoing, not like hey, I don't care, but when it's easygoing, everything go kind of smooth, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know if the same with when you are with someone in showing properties or something like that.
Yeah.
They are the same. You feel like could be a different in the attitude.
I think I like energy and holistic part, and I'm a psychanalyst. I'm engineer also, but I'm a psychanalyst because I really love this part also. And what I think is it's a question of vibration.
Yeah, totally.
And you know, you're going to choose one house. Why are you going to choose this house? Because there is something, no? Like it's part of your experience to experience the life. And I don't know. Yeah, I've been living in Africa, in France, but here, like, there is something special, you know? Like people who are coming to live here, most of the time they are attracted by the energy of course, the beautiful beach, sea,
Food.
cenote. Also, like the experience I see in Tulum, like the holistic experience, like the Mayan culture. The fact that here we have, I don't know, I don't remember how much, but how many, but around 30 nationality, different, and we are not fighting. If you see in the other part of the world, there is like racism. Here you can have a small one, but
wow, I never thought about it. Yes.
and religious also. You can believe in whatever, go to whatever. You can, there is no judgment. So this is something beautiful.
Yes.
This is part of what people are attracted, and I think it's so beautiful that people can come having vacation and can live there, even if it's renting or buying. It's part of the experience. But when you see this, sometimes, as you know, in the Mayan experience, sometimes they are talking about aluches and things like this. I don't know the name in English.
No, it has to be
the same.
Yeah, it has to be
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And I was like at the beginning, really?
And then
And then I was like, oh, it's interesting. Because it's part of the vibration. And the vibration can attract also good things and experience more difficult.
Exactly.
And it helped maybe to be like more like relaxed. And me, I'm still learning about this because working a lot. But to be more confident and to have maybe people who are going to surround you to have a good experience, like lawyer, notary, realtor,
Clients.
clients, and sellers.
Yeah.
So it's part of this, you know.
Totally agree with you because the vibes is something that you cannot see, but you can feel it, and you know that it's gonna work, or you know you have to work harder in this kind of closing. You know, with the vibes that you feel from the clients, the realtors, all the parties involved in a closing. You know from the beginning with the vibes that it's gonna be a smooth or it's gonna be a hard closing.
Yeah.
You know, now, I'm not saying that everything is like rainbows, you know, that kind of thing, but it's something that you have to work with.
Yeah.
And with the vibes, I think
Yeah.
best vibe you have, best mood that you have, everything is gonna be easier.
Yeah. And that's why we are offering turnkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
In order for them to be like, and I love to be with Securello for this also, because you have the escrow, you can do the due diligence, you have like assistant. Of course, it takes time. So sometimes, you know, when you come from Europe or New York, it's like, wow, let's go.
Exactly.
No, take your time. But yeah, it's something, yeah. I remember when we were closing, you know, for the sale of the land in Tulum, in La Privada.
Yeah.
You remember?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The guy from India, no?
Oh, no, it was with another client. It was a French client. They were getting so nervous, really nervous. And
Who, the client?
yeah, at the
Was
moment to
nervous.
sign, and I was like, wow, because he was kind of feeling lost, you know, to take this decision to buy, and going step by step. Actually, is building his own home, and people that know the home say it's a beautiful house, and it's a very happy ending, because of course it's always like, okay, you go to a foreign country, you're going to invest here.
They don't
and,
speak your language.
They don't speak French, really?
Exactly.
Yeah, like a funny story was, I was a French honorary consulate here
Okay.
in Quintana Roo, and I had one day a family coming in my office and say, "Oh, we don't understand. We try to buy things here, but they don't speak French." I say, really?
The self-entitlement, right?
I was like, really? You don't understand?
Nice. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny all the things that could happen here, right? All the experience that you may have sometimes is not exactly related with the closing or with the sale with your clients. I don't know if you have an experience with them. I don't, maybe in a lunch time that you're speaking and you realize, oh, I know this guy from, I don't know.
Yeah,
Could happen, you know.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, the main part that you need to understand, either as a lawyer or as a broker, mainly somebody in this industry, is the thing that you mentioned, the backgrounds. You don't know what the buyer is going through and all their decision-making process, because you don't know if maybe they got a mortgage back in their country to invest that money here, and they're planning to rent it out through you or to somebody else to make that profit to pay that mortgage, or if they're just like burning their ships and they're selling everything there to get a new life down here, right? So that part we have to accompany them. And as you mentioned, what we always try to tell them is that first of all, trust in the professionals you're hiring, because that's the first step. If you're going to hire somebody, either a broker or a lawyer or anything, you should first trust them. And I've seen sometimes clients, they don't go past that bump. Like they have like this extra layer of self-protection,
Yeah.
saying if I trust, they're going to take advantage of me. And when we have that type of client in any closing, either seller or buyer, things start getting rough, right? And they slow down,
Yeah, but
and things
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, and you know, there is, I'm sorry to say this, but I see a lot of lawyers working like this,
That's the thing.
you know,
A
and
lot
it's
of unprofessional.
exactly a lot of some of like you and other lawyers that I know, of course, but some are trying to get money and like to, how do we say, aprovechar,
Yeah, take
Yeah,
advantage.
take advantage
of people.
of the people who don't know, and that's yeah.
And it happens in all the industry. You have good and bad notaries, you have good and bad lawyers, and you
Yeah.
have good and bad realtors.
Yeah.
A good thing is that now the government is making efforts to have everybody
You're right.
licensed,
Totally.
certified,
Yeah.
because we're trying to close the gap for clients to get in the hands of wrong people,
Yeah.
right? That's the thing, and that's something that should make you want to invest down here, because the industry is evolving to make it better.
Yeah. And to protect the clients.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Totally.
today is the 122nd year of Playa del Carmen as a human settlement,
Yeah.
and we've come a long way, right? We're growing. We have people from, would you say half the world?
Yeah.
Like 60,
Oh, yes.
30
Yeah.
nationalities down here coexisting. So I think it's a matter of time before we create our own personality as a city, because every city has their own thing.
Yeah.
Like the New Yorkers are very
Yeah.
work oriented. People from New Orleans are party oriented. Down here, I think we're gonna have a mixture of something awesome, because
Yeah.
we have Americans, Canadians, French, English, Italians,
Israeli,
Argentinians, from South
Africa.
America, Asia. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be something pretty cool, but we have to work on it, and
Yes.
we have to welcome people.
Yeah. And to adapt ourselves. Also.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
About all the cultures here, it's amazing.
Yeah.
For me, that or
But what will be the result,
Yeah, but it's going to create a market of its own, because it's going to be so different from the market in Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, because here we're dealing with a mixture. I've seen that our kind of contracts, as an example, they're kind of evolving, because we have here a lot of clauses that are not usually normal in other parts of Mexico, because we have foreigners coming down here, reviewing their contracts and saying, hey, I would like to have this and that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of,
Yeah.
it's a mixture.
yeah, exactly. And that's something that is going to make our...
Then it's when
Kind
you
of.
realize that they are not from here. When you come from Mexico City, or when you have an attorney from Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara, and the other cities, and they say, it's Playa del Carmen, a little town. But they didn't expect, and when we spoke, or when we said, hey, we need the trust or fideicomiso for the client. Okay, so give me the administrator of that fideicomiso. No, it's not that kind of fideicomiso. You realize that in that moment they are not aware how we are
They're not
more
locals.
related with the war than they in the city.
Yeah.
That they don't have, So that's beautiful. That's a beautiful part of living here, as you said, all the cultures, and it's a place that you can grow a lot with a lot of how do you say
Room to grow? I mean, there's plenty of space.
Yeah. also we still have a lot of green. here. That's
plenty
good.
of space.
Yeah, it's beautiful to live here.
Yeah, and it's one of, if you see in all over the world, we don't have so much place where it's a land of opportunities. So, of course, when I came for the first time in 2007, we were able to work even if you were not with a immigration form or things like this. It was like you can do whatever. Now there are more rules which are super nice, and I'm very how do we say, grateful to the government of all the rules, almost all, I don't know, maybe sometimes it's difficult to respect them, but what they are doing, to have for the real estate, you cannot have a real estate company if you don't have any license, if you are not registered. There is to have an office, you have to do many papers in order, maybe sometimes we don't know, and how the accountant also, but there is it's really more and more formal. That help to have more people who can really talk and know about what they are doing. So, in one hand, it's a land of opportunity, but if you are well guided, how do we say guided?
Guided, yeah.
Guided, you can also have a very nice experience.
Yes.
Where do you find this? It was in Dubai like maybe 10 or 20 years ago, but
Mhm.
not anymore. Here
Really?
you can, yeah, I don't know, maybe just a little bit, but here you can do like many things.
Oh.
If you are an architect, I'm actually going to build, she know because we start,
Okay.
to build a new project, and like just to have the idea after to build it, yeah, it's amazing. You have, of course, to respect many things in order to be able to build it, but it's a land of opportunity.
Yes, it's
If you
it's-
want.
Yes, it's available. The option
Yeah.
it's available
Mm.
for everyone. So if you want to make business here, nothing will stop you to
Exactly,
do it.
yeah.
If you have the guts, obviously.
Exactly, an issue. Yeah.
And it's amazing because with all this culture, you can make business with Italian, you can make business with French, with Asian people. You know, you can do Americans, Canadian. That's the normal. but
Well, yeah.
but it's totally different ways of work, totally different ways to invest money, different way that they think. And if you have an open mind and you capture all the ideas how they work, you can have a really good mixture of a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
The only thing that you have to do here is good vibes and work. Work hard, good vibes. And I think it's more
Yeah.
than enough to have a really good life.
Exactly, yeah. And going to the beach.
Exactly.
The cherry on the pie. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think down here it gives people a bigger perspective of life, business, however you want to see it, because you are constantly talking and commuting with people with different views from different continents, from different countries. So I mean, you are you can go eat Italian and you don't have to go to Italy, right? Because there's an Italian guy from a small town making the pasta like they do it in their town, right? And you also have that with French. You also have that with from all over the world. So it's like your own vacation here.
Yes. Yes.
When you walk down the Fifth Avenue, you say, today I want to eat French. Let's go.
Yeah.
Or Italian.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want, really. Just by walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing of here, the culture. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes also not only for eating, even to do business, right? Hey, I like this building. Oh, the architect, it's an Italian man that he moved down here. So you have a mixture of everything. There's actually a hotel down here with kind of a Arabic architecture from the Sahara, like
Yeah, Sarah.
20
I
years
think.
ago. So that guy is from Lebanon, you know. So you have all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff there.
I love this food.
Yeah.
I love all the food.
Exactly. That's good. That's good. Any other experience that you want to tell us about your 16 years of experience that you feel that I have to say this right now?
We like to ask for like the worst one, because from the worst one we kind of learn things. So what happened in that closing that made you learn like a lesson? How to treat a client, what not to do before a closing, after a closing.
Yeah, like for example, actually with our clients, we are making them sign
A listing agreement.
a listing agreement, of course, and if the buyer doesn't want to use a lawyer, like a letter that he doesn't want to use a lawyer.
A
That's
kind
good.
of disclaimer, no?
Yeah, because me, I like to work as a team. Of course, we know many things, a lot of things, but we are not lawyer. So we cannot take also the responsibility as a lawyer, and we cannot give the advice of a lawyer. If the people doesn't want to use escrow account, they don't use it, but when we do the offer, they have to say that they don't want to use it. So they know that they should protect the buying process through an escrow account. But if they don't want, it's okay. Of course, everybody can choose what he wants.
Totally.
Like things like this. So yeah, this is part of what I've been what
Learning.
life. Yeah, exactly.
No, and that's good
Life teach
because
me,
there is not a lot of realtors that understand that, you know, or real estate agents that they don't understand that. Maybe in the future when they have the experience,
Yeah.
they're gonna do it. But that's a really good one for today that you say that, because of course you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, but at the end, if you give an advice, a legal advice, you know, it could be bad if something happened, you know,
Yeah.
for you. So with an attorney, we are responsible for that.
Yeah, exactly.
In that case, you cannot say, hey, I'm not responsible because I'm not an attorney,
Yeah.
and you accept my advice. You know, that kind of things
Yeah.
that is really good and show you that you are really professional on that, doing that kind of things. Is amazing. I didn't know
Thank
that,
you.
but it's great. Great.
Yeah.
That's a professional person here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
To
mean,
saying, I'm sorry, to saying
Yeah.
not that I don't want to do the work. It's the thing that I'm not taking that responsibility
Yeah.
that can affect you in the future. If you want to go with the risk, it's okay, but you have to be aware of it. No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's good.
yeah, the important part at the end of the day is to respect the will of your client,
Mhm.
right? Us as professionals, sometimes we think we have the last word on the best knowledge. Sometimes we do, but at the end, the free will of the client of going with that advice or doing something else, it's something that we have to accept. And you learn that it's better to put it in writing
Right.
to avoid issues in the future, because
Yeah.
of course, if things go wrong, the first one they're going to blame is the professional.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to protect
Other thing also
ourselves.
is on pre-sale. Actually, if someone want to buy in pre-sale, I will insist for him to do a due diligence through. Yeah, of
course.
course.
I would say 1 of every 5 new developments won't get built.
Yeah, you
Right?
understand.
And that would depend on the expertise and the
Yeah.
background of the developer.
Yeah.
It's very important to look if they already have something built, their trajectory, their other projects, if they're building more,
Yeah.
because sometimes they're just one-hit wonders, right?
Mhm.
They build a piece of land, they design a building, and they disappear.
Mhm.
Sometimes they finish it. If you're lucky, if you don't, they just leave it there, leave the clients with the
Yeah.
great building.
So if there is a escrow account, for example, in this case,
Mhm.
it will help also in order to be like sure that the money is going to invest. So yeah.
Yes, even though for new developments and for pre-sales, it's advisable to have an escrow. I know that the developers are not very familiar with,
Yeah.
but it's the most safe way for both parties.
Exactly.
Because you see the progress, you also developer can be sure that you are following the process to give at the end both parties want the same. I'm sure that most of the developers there are few thieves over
Yeah.
there, but most of them really want to deliver.
Mhm.
But sometimes things could happen, and the escrow can be the tool that prevents to the things go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yeah. Mm.
And show the developers the money is there. They only have to work. You know that, hey, it's gonna be the clients put the money in escrow, and as soon as you finish the foundation, you're gonna receive the second part of the money. You know, so
Yeah.
as soon as you see that, you realize that the money is there. So I only have to finish the foundation part, and I
Yeah.
will receive more funds. You know, if I think that could be a really good area for the escrow. For the developer to understand the escrow is something that is going to be a benefit for them instead of, oh no, it's something that is going to delay everything. No. It's a really good tool for them.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this podcast?
I'm super happy.
Yeah?
I told you so.
Thank you.
Did you like it?
Yes, I think it's a very good idea to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can share, of
Our
course, who we
experience.
are, our experience, and yeah, the relationships that we have also. Like, yeah.
So you will be happy to do it again, maybe?
Yes. With pleasure.
Awesome.
Let's talk about bitcoins,
Yeah, could be- yeah.
token.
Totally agree.
Yeah, like
So-
we can have like asking our clients, what would you like to talk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
totally.
sure.
Like,
yeah.
If you have one client one day that you want to come, we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it will be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that will be
totally.
super interesting.
So it was a really good episode. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you.
much for coming. It was a really nice talking, really nice chat. I hope that the next time
Will be in French.
Okay.
could be.
Hein?
be.
Oui, on peut. Hein?
What?
Quoi?
Thank you so much.
Um,
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Have a nice one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.